cyber fraud is becoming more common. It seems like just about every week there's a new story. So we wanted to figure out how these criminals are committing these crimes. How do they hack, and how serious can it get? Joining us now is former Marine and now author Bryan Seely to talk about your brand new book. I love the title of your book, Bryan, first off.
Thanks.
Cyber Fraud, The Web of Lies, the unbelievable true story of a U.S. Marine turned hacker who wiretapped the Secret Service to expose global online fraud. Let's start there with how you wiretapped the Secret Service to prove your point.
This was early last year, and the problem that was not being addressed by some of the largest websites is causing a lot of harm to consumers and small businesses in every community in the United States. It's a fraud that is so unknown that people are completely shocked when they hear about it. And it's detailed very in depth in the book, but it's hard to concisely sum it up in one sentence. So whenever I received resistance in terms of fixing it, I took it to the next level, and that's where it went.
And so you wiretapped the Secret Service?
I intercepted about 40 calls, ended up listening to a few of them, and walked myself into the Secret Service office here in Seattle and turned myself in.
Wow. So let's talk about this fraud that you're talking about. Essentially, what's happening is hackers are setting up shell businesses, correct?
Correct.
To dupe people out of their money. How widespread is that problem?
There are estimates between $10 and $20 billion a year that is not being taxed, the IRS doesn't know about, and is potentially leaving the country through multiple criminal organizations that are running fake businesses online, scamming consumers, and essentially deleting and starting over again without any possible prosecution.
So for the consumer, we feel completely helpless in this environment right now because it seems like all we can do is put a credit alert on our credit accounts. But beyond that, what's some good common sense advice that you can give us?
Well, for consumers, what you need to do is make sure you're not using simple passwords. You need to vet and be skeptical online. So if you are going to call someone who's coming into your home, check the business licensing. Make sure that they're licensed, registered, bonded. Go with brand names rather than someone that you might save a few dollars on.
Yeah. Okay, so what else? We have just a couple of minutes left here, Bryan. What else? What's the future? We're seeing these hacks that are getting bigger and bigger, just about out of time, but this latest huge government hack of all this sensitive data, is this just the first of many to come?
We're not seeing the entire picture. Every day something new comes out. People need to be hyper aware of their bank accounts, using credit cards instead of debit, and paying attention to the news.
Okay. Bryan Seely, the new book, Cyber Fraud, The Web of Lies, available online. Bryan, thank you so much.
Thank you.